Chapter 5, Fiery July, Kursk. It wasn't just a battle, it was the clash of titans. We stood near Alkavatka bracing for the storm. On the first day the Germans sent in 80 tanks, the earth itself trembled, the sky turned to dust, the sun vanished in smoke. I remember the sound not of shells but of steel grinding against steel, the cries of the wounded, the shouts of orders drowned in cannon fire. It wasn't war anymore, it was chaos. And in that chaos, Chernov, my brother in arms, we'd shared bread, letters from home, dreams of peace. He saw the Tiger tank too close, grabbed a grenade and ran. He jumped, the fire swallowed him. I carried his body after the battle. He was heavy not from weight but from memory. We buried him beneath a birch tree, the wind was still, the silence unbearable. I swore then, when the war ends, I will find his family. I will tell them what their son did. And somehow that night we sang. Voices cracked, trembling, Smuglyanka, Katyusha, Dark Night. Even the Germans sang in their language their sorrow. It was not two armies anymore. It was two wounded souls crying into the same night. Chapter 6, Belarus, Through Ashes and Mines. Spring 1944, we were transferred west toward Belarus. The fields were beautiful once, but now deadly. Mines hid beneath the grass like ghosts. Every step could be your last. We passed through villages, not villages, graves. Kitchens turned to ash, children's toys in the rubble. In one place, Khatyn, nothing remained but scorched chimneys like gravestones. I knelt there, I touched the soil. It was warm not from sun but from sorrow. We liberated Minsk, and there life returned. People ran to us, tears mixing with the dust. They touched our hands, hugged us as if we were sons returned from the grave. One old woman clung to my coat. She looked up and whispered, "I thought I wouldn't live to see this day." And I, a soldier who had survived so much, had no words, only a trembling nod. Chapter 7, Berlin, Spring 1945. Spring they called it, but it smelled of fire, blood, and the end. Through East Prussia, through Königsberg, brick by brick, house by house, each building a fortress. When we reached Berlin, I didn't feel triumph. I felt weight of the dead, of promises, of exhaustion. In one street, a sniper fired. A boy ran out, maybe 6, maybe 7. Sergeant Kozlov didn't hesitate. He threw himself over the child. The bullet tore through his side, but he lived. They both did. I carried the boy. He clung to me, his fingers digging into my jacket like roots seeking ground. And then the flag, red, fluttering over the Reichstag. I stood below, silent, still. And I asked myself, is it really over? Will there be life after this? Chapter 8, The House, July, we were going home. But what is home after you've seen so much death? The trains were slow. Each station smelled of tobacco, sweat, medicine, wounded soldiers, silent stares. I looked out the window, fields, rivers, cities in ruins. The land I had once taught children to love through maps, now broken. Then the platform, Lyuba, she had gray in her hair but her eyes, still hers. Sashka stood beside her, tall now, almost my height. He didn't move at first, then he ran. He hugged me, I dropped my bag, and I cried not like a captain, like a man who had come back from the edge. There were no words, just arms, tears, and silence, the good kind. I returned to the classroom, same chalk, same desks, but I was no longer just a teacher. Every time I stood before the class, before writing a formula on the board, I looked into their young eyes and prayed never again.